Pass it up to Dowling, and there's the pass to Dowling. Dowling going to take a shot. Audrey Keener across to Keyser. Keyser shot in and goal!
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Kentucky International Convention Center. It is the final day of this power soccer competition here at the 39th National Veterans Wheelchair Games. For Power Soccer Shop, I'm Tony Jackson. And the gold medal match featuring American Pharoah and Gallant Fox. We're about to get underway here in just a few moments. Teams are going through and wishing each other good luck. This will be an interesting match for the simple fact that we have a couple teammates for their club teams playing against each other here. Julian Perez for Team American Pharoah, along with Al Marconi and Mohan Valabapurapu. They all play for the Veteran Warriors out in Southern California, but they're on different teams today, so we'll see if there is a little bit of friendly banter between them as they battle for the gold medal here. If you missed the match last night, Team Justify versus Team Count Fleet, Team Justify winning the bronze medal. It's been a wonderful week here in Louisville. The weather's been fantastic until today. It is raining outside, but again, thankfully, we play inside, so that does not affect us whatsoever unless the power goes out. But it's been a wonderful week here in Louisville. The people have been fantastic. The accommodations have been wonderful. And this will be a great way to finish out the week here. So we're about to get started. It looks like everybody's got their starting lineups out on the pitch. In goal for Team Gallant Fox, number 0, Angela Lupe. Also on the floor, number 12, Mohan Valabapurapu. He has given us permission to call him Mr. V, so we will refer to him as such. Out there in the middle, number 2, Patrick Harris. And finishing up the Gallant Fox lineup, number 1, Al Marconi. For American Pharoah, in goal, 00, Robert Burton, also out on the pitch. Number 13, Julian Perez. In the middle, Robert Thomas. And here to finish up the lineup, number 10, Brad Reimers. And we're underway here. Marconi sending this kick in through. That one off of Harris. Marconi tries to keep it in play, but he sends it out. Kick in coming up for Team American Pharoah. Mr. V loses the ball, and Thomas going in, 2-on-1 violation on Gallant Fox. The interesting thing one of the interesting things I'm noticing out here is Patrick Harris playing in what is undoubtedly a very old P200 chair. Now, before the Strike Force came along and was introduced to the sport of power soccer, the P200 was really the predominant chair out here, used by many of the top athletes around the world. But then once the Strike Force came along, that became the chair of choice. Now Reimers with a shot, and it drifts just a little bit wide of the post. Goal kick coming up for Gallant Fox. Patrick Harris sends it off to Thomas, who bounces that ball off of Mr. V. Kick in coming up for American Pharoah. One other thing to note about Patrick Harris, that guard he has is a homemade guard. It's got a very, very narrow front surface, and he undoubtedly has to be very accurate with that chair to get any kind of shot with the front of his chair. Now Harris with the ball. Harris trying to get through that American Pharoah defense, and Thomas loses sight of the ball. Harris now driving down the floor. Thomas comes back to defend, and we got a 3-in-the-box violation. Julian Perez going into the goal area. Burton was already in there. Thomas was defending. So now an indirect free kick coming up for Gallant Fox. Coming out of the 3rd minute here, and Gallant Fox with a great opportunity here to potentially get the first goal of the match on the board. And that one is cleared out by Burton. Reimers tried to keep it in, but it's out for a Gallant Fox corner kick. Harris sends that ball in. A slow roller, easily defended by Thomas. Now Marconi takes the ball away. Burton is there. Marconi trying to get in, and Julian Perez coming in to help out. If he had made contact with that ball, he was going to push it in, but Al Marconi gets past Burton. Let's watch it again. Al Marconi, you see, he just drives through. And if Marconi had let go of that ball, Julian Perez undoubtedly was going to end up scoring an own goal. But regardless, it's 1-0 in favor of Team Gallant Fox. And Patrick Harris trying to take the kickoff. However, his team just scored, so he's going to have to back up and defend. Thomas over to Perez. Marconi, the goal scorer, now chasing the ball. Thomas is there, and Marconi slams into Thomas. This is going to be a direct free kick for American Pharoah. Perez loses the ball. Marconi picks it up. Reimers driving. Brad Reimers trying to push through, and he slams into Mr. V. Something came flying off someone's chair. I'm not quite sure whose chair it belonged to. Let's rewind that. You'll see here, Reimers comes flying through there, slams into Mr. V, and there go a couple pieces. Not quite sure what that was. Hopefully it wasn't important. And Brad Reimers coming off the pitch. Coming on in his place, number 2, Thomas Nesmith. Harris sends it through, and that ball is going to roll out for a kick-in favor of Team Gallant Fox. So an American Pharoah defender must have hit that ball before it went out. Marconi sends it in. Perez tries to clear the goal area. And we're going to get a 2-on-1 violation on American Pharoah. Indirect free kick, Gallant Fox. Harris going to take this kick. Now the ball has to touch someone before it goes over the line to count as a goal, and Burton clears the ball off the line. Mr. V is there, and we have a 2-on-1 violation on Gallant Fox. So an indirect free kick coming up for American Pharoah. The gold medal match for basketball going on behind us. The last full day of competition here at the 39th National Veterans Wheelchair Games. And that ball rolls up into the guard of Mr. V. So we're going to have a set ball. Let's see who picks this one up. Rob Thomas is going to take it for American Pharoah. Patrick Harris going to take it for Gallant Fox. Harris takes the ball away, tries to go behind Perez. But we're going to get a foul on Julian Perez. So this should be a direct free kick for Gallant Fox. Let's see if Harris is aware. He sends that ball right into Mr. V. Perez takes the ball away from Harris. Now Marconi's there, and another 2-on-1 violation on Gallant Fox. Marconi, Mr. V, Patrick Harris, all kind of gathering around the ball. And you saw referee Mike McCoy signaling for the players to space out and move away. Thomas into Mr. V. And Mr. V sends it out of play. Kick in, American Pharoah. Perez trying to get that ball away from Harris. And he's kind of got positioning, but Harris doing very well to hold on to Perez. Now Perez gets the ball away, but he turns around the wrong way and loses it. Now Patrick Harris with it. Harris driving around the American Pharoah defenders. Rob Thomas is there. Nesmith is there, but he needs to clear out to avoid the 2-on-1. Lots of people down here are gathered around the ball. Now Mr. V with it. Mr. V trying to push his way through. Tries to get around Thomas, but Thomas recovers very quickly. And now Rob Thomas trying to clear the area out, trying to get around Al Marconi. Now trying to get around Mr. V, and Thomas does so. Thomas pushing the ball out. Mr. V turning him back around. That ball now taps off the back of Marconi's chair. Perez gets the ball away from Marconi. Tries to get it away from Harris, but Harris passes over to Marconi, who can't get the ball in time. Kick in coming up for American Pharoah. 10th minute of the match. Gallant Fox leading 1-0. Perez tries to send that down the touchline, but he sends it out of play. Kick in now coming up for Gallant Fox. And we're going to get a substitution for Gallant Fox coming into the match. In place of Angelo Lupe, number 14, Stephen Burrows. Also coming into the match, number 11, Robert Morris. And he is taking over for Al Marconi. That ball off the back of Mr. V. Now Thomas trying to get around Harris. Mr. V recovers as well. And referee Mike McCoy calling the advantage. So play will continue. He was about to call the 2-on-1 there on American Pharoah. Mr. V now driving in. Mr. V trying to get around Julian Perez. Mr. V. Rob Thomas now with the ball. The referee calls a 2-on-1 violation on Gallant Fox. American Pharoah with an indirect free kick.
11 coming out. What's up? Oh, no. You stay. No, you stay. Number 11 is coming out. Yeah, stay on the side. Go to.
That ball goes behind Nesmith and out of play. But I think they're going to do that again because referee Mike McCoy was not ready. Perez sends the ball up the pitch, but much too far away from Rob Thomas. So kick in coming up for Gallant Fox. Another kick in coming up for Gallant Fox. Harris right into Thomas, trying to get it around Mr. V. Thomas goes crashing through Harris, and play is going to continue. Rob Thomas now driving towards the Gallant Fox goal area. Burrows is there. Thomas is trying to shield Burrows from the ball. Perez is going to take a shot, and a 2-on-1 violation on American Pharoah is going to give a free kick to Gallant Fox. Now, I can see what Thomas was trying to do there, shielding the ball away from Stephen Burrows, but really he needed to get that ball on the front of his chair to try to score, because the ball was on the wrong side of his chair to get that ball over the line. So indirect free kick coming up for Gallant Fox. Referee Mike McCoy looks like he's picking up some wheelchair pieces. Harris sends the ball in. Mr. V, Nesmith. The referee's going to call a 2-on-1 violation. Gallant Fox with the indirect free kick. Substitutions coming up for American Pharoah. Coming into the match, Wendy Griffin. Coming out, Thomas Nesmith. Harris sends the ball through to Griffin, who's not going to be able to control it, but Harris picks it up and hits it out of play. Kick in coming up for American Pharoah. 15th minute. If you're just joining us, Gallant Fox lead 1-0. Perez gets it past Harris, but that ball's not rolling towards the Gallant Fox goal area, so goal kick coming up. Gallant Fox. Thomas going to take a shot. Harris just gets a piece of it. Corner kick coming up for American Pharoah. Now, as it stands, we currently have a 3-in-the-box violation, so someone is going to need to get out. So it looks like Harris and Burrows will be the defenders in the area. Rob Thomas is there. Perez sends that ball all the way across to Griffin. Griffin's going to take a shot. Harris clears the ball out, but he crashes into Griffin. No foul called. Mr. V pushing the ball. He's going to send it out of play. American Pharoah coming up with a kick in. Perez bounces it off the back of Harris, who now picks up the ball. Tries to go the other way with it. Thomas trying to stop Harris. Perez also trying to stop Harris. Now Perez trying to get around Mr. V. Perez trying to go behind Mr. V. Now good move, but Perez kind of popping up in the air there a little bit uncontrollably. Perez spins around, collects the ball again. Harris tries to keep it in play. Kick in. American Pharoah. They try to find the equalizer here. Just over 3 minutes to go here in the first half. And Perez takes a shot on goal. Mr. V stops it. And that's going out for a goal kick. Perez needs to take just a moment to let Mr. V make a move before he decides to attack the ball. Probably would have given him a better angle to try to shoot that on goal. Harris sends it through off of Morris. Perez looks like he's going to try to kick it down the touchline again. He goes right into Harris. Patrick Harris tries to get it past Perez. Griffin's there. Wendy Griffin with the ball. Loses it. Now Harris goes the other way. Taking on Thomas. Thomas strips the ball away from Harris. Mr. V's there. Harris is there. 2-on-1 violation. Gallant Fox. Indirect free kick coming up for American Pharoah. 18th minute. Gallant Fox still lead. And that is close to a 2-on-1 violation on American Pharoah. Now the guard for Rob Thomas riding up a little bit. He's got some ties to try to hold it down, but they didn't really seem to do their job there. Now Perez, Harris collide. Harris trying to keep that ball in play, but it goes out off of Perez. Kick in. Gallant Fox coming up. Perez. That ball is going to be on goal. Burrows is there. Harris trying to catch up, but he's behind the ball. Perez pushing through, trying to get that goal. Perez denied by Burrows. Perez passes back across. Thomas is there. Rob Thomas loses the ball to Mr. V, and Mr. V clears the area. And now Mr. V trying to get around the ball to keep it in play, and he does. Mr. V driving towards the American Pharoah goal area. Tries to get Perez spun around. Perez does very well, though. And you see he's popping up in the air. He needs to be careful when he takes off. Now Perez trying to get around Harris. Perez and Harris battling it out. Perez passes out to Thomas. Thomas trying to get around Mr. V, and he loses the ball. He loses sight of the ball. Mr. V trying to collect it. It goes out of play. Thomas right into Perez. You see he let go of his control right before he collided, but still that was a pretty hard collision on the part of Harris. Now Perez sends it down the touchline again, and that's just going to go out for a goal kick. A wasted opportunity there on the part of American Pharoah and Julian Perez. Harris, Thomas nicked it off of Mr. V, it looks like from here. No, it's going to be a goal kick for Gallant Fox. From our vantage point, it kind of looked like the ball tipped off the middle wheel of Mr. V. Harris now with the kick. Thomas again just pushes it out. This time a kick in coming up. Thomas stops the ball to try to redirect it. Thomas trying to go in on goal. Referee Mike McCoy looking at his watch. And there's the halftime whistle. Gallant Fox from an Al Marconi goal lead 1-0. The gold medal on the line. We're going to take a break. When we come back, the second half, you are watching the gold medal match from the 39th National Veterans Wheelchair Games. We'll be back in a few minutes. 20 minutes to the gold medal. We're back for the second half of this match between American Pharoah and Gallant Fox. Gallant Fox in the lead. For Power Soccer Shop, I'm Tony Jackson. And back out onto the floor for Gallant Fox, Al Marconi. Making an appearance in this match for American Pharoah, in goal, David Caulfield. Robert Burton has come out in an attacking role. Indirect free kick coming up for American Pharoah. And that ball goes off of Harris and out of play, but the referee was not ready, so we're going to do that again. And for Robert Thomas, that's probably to his advantage. That ball went right to Marconi. Now that ball just out of the reach of Burton, but Al Marconi is going to be called for interference. So an indirect free kick coming up from just outside the goal area. Again, this is an interference violation on Marconi. He made no attempt to play the ball, and Mr. V trying to figure out why the foul was called, but if he were listening to this live stream, he would know exactly why. So Mr. V out of the goal area to avoid the 3 in the box violation. Thomas, Harris sends it out, and that's a foul on Perez. Direct free kick coming up for Gallant Fox. Harris, Thomas, back into Harris. Marconi, the pass across. Thomas takes it away. Harris strips it away from Thomas. And now Thomas is trying to circle back and collect the ball. And he does. Harris is there and he strips it away. Nicely done. Patrick Harris. Perez trying to defend against Harris. Harris has still got the ball though. Now Harris loses it. Perez does very well to strip it away. And now going up against Mr. V. The pass out to Burton. Robert Burton with the ball. Marconi's there. Burton trying to split Marconi and Mr. V. And Marconi sends it out. Kick in coming up for American Pharoah. Burton, nice strong kick into Harris. But Burton is back there to hold on. Burton tried to do a 180 spin kick. It went off of Harris and out of play. Perez sends it down the touchline. Marconi's got it. It bounces off of Thomas. Thomas trying to strip the ball away from Harris, but Harris wins that battle, but he gets hooked by Thomas. So a free kick coming up for Gallant Fox. Thomas tries to get it past Mr. V, but Mr. V won that little battle. And now Mr. V racing. Burton is there. That's a 3 in the box violation. Mr. V crashing into Burton, but the referee is going to say it's going to be a free kick for Gallant Fox. I think Mr. V was startled more than anything else. But an indirect free kick coming up for Gallant Fox. 3 in the box violation for American Pharoah. And there is another wheelchair part on the court. I think with all the pieces that have fallen, you could almost build yourself a new wheelchair. Hopefully nobody loses anything else off their chair. Harris going to take this indirect free kick. Gallant Fox looking to double their lead. Mr. V with it. Burton is in the goal area. That is clearly a 3-in-the-box violation. Now referee Mike McCoy calls it. Another indirect free kick coming up for Gallant Fox. Now Burton needs to stay out of the goal area. His guard is in the goal area already, so if he moves any closer, that's, again, a 3-in-the-box violation on American Pharoah. Harris tries to go for the goal, and another 3-in-the-box violation. Robert Burton absolutely needs to stay out of the goal area. That is his second consecutive 3-in-the-box violation.
11 is 10.
So Robert Burton coming out of the match. Brad Reimers coming on. So yet another indirect free kick coming up for Gallant Fox. And that ball is going to go out of play. Goal kick coming up for American Pharoah. 27th minute. Gallant Fox still lead 1-0. And it looks like Robert Morris is about to come into the match. And he's going to take over for Al Marconi. Burrows restarts play. Perez with the ball. Perez tries to go around Burrows. Perez splits Mr. V and Harris, but Harris tries to peel out of the way. That could be called a 2-on-1 violation. Let's see which way referee Mike McCoy decides to go. Mike McCoy giving the ball to Gallant Fox. Brad Reimers is there with the ball, trying to get around Mr. V, but Mr. V turning the ball around the other way. Thomas is there. He's the last to touch it, and it goes out of play. Reimers now with the ball, the pass off to Perez. Julian Perez with it. Perez trying to get around Harris. Perez, the pass out to Thomas. And Thomas picks his own pass. Thomas just bullying his way around Harris, and Harris slams into Thomas. But we're going to get a 2-on-1 violation. Indirect free kick coming up for American Pharoah. Thomas going to take the kick. Thomas sends it right into Harris. But that is going to be a 3-in-the-box violation on American Pharoah. Or excuse me, a 2-on-1 violation. Harris trying to get around Thomas, but Thomas turning him around. But Harris does very well. Good patient move. Now Harris driving in Burrows, the only one in to defend. Stephen Burrows, good save by Burrows, nicely done. Now Robert Morris is coming out. Al Marconi coming back into the match. Marconi sends it in. Perez intercepts the ball. Perez is going to send it out of play. That ball off the back of Mr. V. Thomas has got it. Bremmers is also there. That is clearly a 2-on-1 violation. Referee calls the advantage, and Harris tries to score, but Thomas is there. Corner kick coming up for Gallant Fox. Harris and referee Mike McCoy having a little conversation. Marconi sends the ball in. Thomas trying to clear it out. 2-on-1 violation on Gallant Fox. Substitution for American Pharoah. Brad Remmers out. Wendy Griffin in. Thomas with the ball, trying to get around Marconi. He bounces the ball past Marconi. Now Marconi turning Thomas away. That's got to be an interference call. Marconi definitely called for the interference, denying Thomas an opportunity to make a play on the ball. Quick kick by Perez. Mr. V is there. Thomas trying to catch up to the ball before it goes out. And he turns on it and keeps it in play. Now he gets around Marconi. Thomas now trying to get around Mr. V. Mr. V strips the ball away, but only momentarily. Mr. V still with the ball. Now trying to get around Perez, but Perez pushes the ball away, gets through Marconi and Mr. V. 2-on-1 violation on on Gallant Fox. American Pharoah with an indirect free kick coming up. 33rd minute. American Pharoah still looking for that first goal. Marconi makes a play on the ball. Thomas looking for a quick kick. Marconi takes it. Thomas is there. Marconi also there. Now Marconi loses it. Mr. V takes it away for Gallant Fox. Thomas trying to stop Mr. V. Thomas riding up on the ball. He needs to be careful. Referee Mike McCoy allows play to continue. Harris gets the ball away from Thomas. Now Harris driving down the floor by himself. Burrows is there. Perez is racing back. Nice stop there by Julian Perez. Harris sends that ball across the area. That ball off the back of Thomas's chair. Thomas has to make a play on it, lest he give up a corner kick or a kick in. And that's a 2-on-1 violation. Indirect free kick coming up from just outside the goal area. And another good opportunity for Gallant Fox to increase their lead. And yet another wheelchair part has fallen on the court. Now that was a save by Burrows. Harris crashes into Burrows. Marconi, Perez pushes the ball out of the goal area, kick in. Gallant Fox. Substitutions coming on for American Pharoah. Wendy Griffin coming off. Thomas Nesmith coming on.
What's that? Oh, she need 1 minute? Oh, really? I just feel 4. She has 4.
Now, in this competition, every player is required to play at least 10 minutes, and so there was a little bit of confusion on the American Pharoah team. I think Griffin still needed one more minute. Now Perez racing down the floor. Julian Perez. Is he going to be able to score a goal? Julian Perez trying to get through. Harris is there. The ball is free. And now Thomas gets the ball over the line. Rob Thomas cleans it up and scores for American Pharoah. Just under 5 minutes left to go in the match. American Pharoah, Gallant Fox level at 1. Can someone win this in regular time? You see Rob Thomas right there scoring that goal. I'm no psychic, but I have a feeling that the physicality in this match is about to step up just a little bit as time winds down. Nesmith now makes a play on the ball. Nesmith gets it past Harris. Marconi is back there. Marconi misplays the ball. Nesmith goes crashing into Harris, but he holds on to the ball. Harris now strips it away from Nesmith. Thomas with the ball. Thomas, he's going to collect it before it goes out of play. And now let's see, referee Mike McCoy blew the whistle. Kick in coming up for Gallant Fox. And it looks like Nesmith is having problems with his chair. And the brake lever on his left motor may have become disengaged, or his right motor. Not sure. They're looking at the levers on his motors now. And Nesmith is mobile again. Harris going to restart play here. Marconi with the ball. Perez gets the ball past Marconi. Now Marconi takes out Perez. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a direct free kick for American Pharoah. Let's see if Julian Perez decides to go straight in on goal. Again, this is a direct free kick, so he can score from here. Let's see what he does. Now Perez is going to have to wait. Perez takes a shot, goes off of Harris, and referee Mike McCoy was not ready, so fortunately for Perez, he'll get another shot at this. I'm sure that's not exactly where he wanted to place that ball, as it was right into Patrick Harris. Down to the final 2 minutes of the match, plus added time. Wendy Griffin coming on. Tom Nesmith coming off. Now, again, this is a direct free kick. Let's see where Perez places this ball. A very slow kick by Perez, easily defended by Harris. And Harris pushes it out of play. Kick in, American Pharoah. 90 seconds plus added time. Mr. V with it. Perez with it. And that is going to be a 2-on-1 violation. Harris and Mr. V. And that could have easily been a foul as well, as Perez slammed into Harris, but the 2-on-1 violation occurred first. So an indirect free kick coming up. Perez goes to Thomas. Thomas takes a shot. Thomas! Wendy Griffin just misses! Oh my goodness, let's watch that again. Wendy Griffin could have sealed this match and the gold medal for American Pharoah. Good pass by Rob Thomas. And Griffin just could not get her chair to move quickly enough. Folks, she did not miss that by much. Thomas. That's going to be a foul on Marconi. He's done this several times in the match. So kick in coming up for American Pharoah. Actually, this is going to be a direct free kick. Marconi sends the ball away. Thomas didn't realize the ball was behind him, and he sends out of play. Kick in coming up for Gallant Fox. Referee Mike McCoy looks at his watch, so full time getting close. Thomas splits the Gallant Fox defenders. Thomas trying to get around Harris. Thomas now has control of the ball, but he loses it. Thomas is on the wrong side of the ball. Thomas riding up on Burrows' chair. Now they're going to have to untangle these two chairs. Rob Thomas climbed up on the chair of Stephen Burrows, and now he's kind of hooked on the guard. Let's see, it might take more than one person to separate these two. Now Thomas had that ball on the wrong side of his chair. He's trying to shield off Burrows, but really he just needs to get that ball in the front of his guard and try to get around Burrows with it. So now we're going to get a free kick for Gallant Fox. Full time is, again, very close. And there it is. Referee Mike McCoy blows the whistle. So now he's going to explain the overtime rules. We're going to do 2 5-minute overtimes. So if someone scores, we'll play the full 10 minutes. But then after that, if we are adhering to U.S. Power Soccer competition procedures, once the 10 minutes are up, we'll play golden goal periods of 10 minutes until someone scores.
Yeah, just put them on. Listen.
And I think that's what Mike McCoy is explaining right now to Patrick Harris and Julian Perez. So we're level at 1, Gallant Fox and American Pharoah. And the scorer's table trying to get the clock set. And my goodness, once again, Wendy Griffin so close to sealing it for American Pharoah. So I'm not sure if the teams are going to switch sides. Stephen Burrows still in the goal area for Gallant Fox. So again, we will play 2 5-minute overtime periods. And even if someone scores within that time, we will play the entire 10 minutes. And if we are adhering to U.S. Power Soccer rules, once those 10 minutes are up, if the game is still tied, we will play 10-minute golden goal periods until someone wins. So the teams have come back out onto the pitch. Robert Burton is now back into the goal area for American Pharoah. Wendy Griffin still out on the pitch. For Gallant Fox, Stephen Burrows coming off. Angela Lupe coming back on. Still working on the clock over here. They had 5 minutes up. but I'm not sure what happened. But regardless, the referee will have the time on his watch, so regardless of what the scoreboard says, it is 1-1. And we will start the first 5-minute overtime session in just a few moments. Scoreboard is now all sorted out. So American Pharoah will start things off here. Perez goes over to Thomas, but he sends that one too far away, but it goes off of Mr. V. American Pharoah with the kick in coming up. Thomas. That ball cut off by Harris. Thomas collects the ball. And Harris just lets go of the joystick, and that allows Thomas to move past him. Now he gets behind Marconi. Perez is there. Mr. V, the pass back to Thomas from Perez, and now Marconi takes the ball. Marconi's got that ball stuck on his foot, though. And referee Mike McCoy is going to bring this one all the way back. He called a 2-on-1 violation on American Pharoah. That ball is live and in play once again. Harris, Perez. Mr. V now with the ball. Perez, Mr. V trying to get it away from Perez. Perez trying to get through Mr. V. The referee calls a 3-in-the-box violation. So an indirect free kick coming up for American Pharoah. Now, Wendy Griffin yesterday scored an own goal in a very similar situation. Let's see if she can get a goal for her team today. Now, Perez could also try to go off the front of Harris's guard. And Harris cuts off that ball. It bounces off the back of Perez's chair. And Perez with the ball. Perez into the goal area. That is another 3-in-the-box violation. Perez, Lupe, strong move. Let's watch that one again. Angela Lupe prepared, but you see right there, 3-in-the-box violation on Gallant Fox. But regardless, nice save there by Angela Lupe. Perez sends it into Harris. Perez, that ball springs across. Mr. V is there to kick it out. Now that again is a 3-in-the-box violation. Mr. V was in the goal area, but now Mr. V gets away from Perez. He's breaking down the floor. Rob Thomas is back to defend. Mr. V keeps that ball in play. Thomas. Now Thomas and Burton setting up. Corner kick coming up for Gallant Fox. David Caulfield into the match. Wendy Griffin out. Harris with the ball. Thomas is there. Thomas going to try to clear the area. And the referee is going to call a foul on Harris for backing into Thomas. Perez tries to get Thomas, but Harris hits it out of play. And that ball now sent out of play. Kick in coming up for Gallant Fox. Mr. V touches that out, and now American Pharoah with a kick in. Thomas sends that in. Harris is there. Harris let go of his joystick, and now that is the whistle for 5 minutes. Now the teams will switch sides and will resume play. Robert Burton heading to the other side. Angelo Lupe now switching goal areas. Mr. V can't connect on that ball. Kick in coming up for American Pharoah. Thomas sends that into Perez. Perez trying to get around Mr. V. That ball's still in play. I don't know what Perez was waiting for, but he let that ball bounce off his chair and roll out. Harris, Thomas, 2-on-1 violation, American Pharoah. Indirect free kick coming up for Gallant Fox. If you're just joining us for this power soccer competition, first, welcome. Second, the 2-on-1 rule, for those of you not in the know, says that if a player from each team is engaged on the ball, no player from either side can come within 3 meters or about 10 feet of the ball. So once again, if a player from each team is making a play on the ball, nobody else from either team can come in within 3 meters or about 10 feet of the ball, and that is to generate some space. Now David Caulfield with the ball for American Pharoah. He's heading the wrong way with it though, and he loses the ball. It goes out of play. So now Marconi going to take this kick. Marconi over to Mr. V. Thomas is there. Caulfield also there. Marconi takes the ball away. Caulfield now with the ball. Marconi still trying to get away from David Caulfield. Caulfield, oh my goodness, huge collision on Al Marconi. Let's watch that again. Thankfully, Caulfield did not tip over. You'll see it here once again. Marconi trying to make a turn, and he goes slamming right into David Caulfield. He did come up on one side just a little bit, but he looks like he's doing okay. Now Brad Remmers into the match for Caulfield. Good turn by Remmers, and he strips the ball away. Nicely done. Harris Remmers is still on the ball. Now Remmers holding on. Remmers pushing the ball out of play. Time is winding down. We are in the 49th minute, and we're still level at 1. Now the referee stopping the play. Now the Gallant Fox coach almost got taken out. Team American Pharoah set to kick in. Thomas with it. That ball springs out. Remmers tries to get to it before it goes out of play. And all he can do is just push it out a little bit further. 50th minute. Score has not changed. Remmers with the ball. Mr. V gets the advantage from the 2-on-1 violation. Thomas is there, and now a 2-on-1 violation being called. Gallant Fox with an indirect free kick. Can American Pharoah hold on? Harris sends that ball in. Mr. V tried to slide it behind him into the post, but it's going to be a kick in for American Pharoah. Not quite sure what's going on here, but it looks like everything's all sorted out now, and Julian Perez is going to take this kick. Harris is there. Perez tries to send it down the touchline. Harris attempts a 180 spin kick, but he sends it out of play. Perez with a quick kick, and that ball just trickles down the touchline. It's still in play, and now Thomas, aware of the situation, makes a play on the ball. Rob Thomas driving through. Remmers is there, and what would have been a 2-on-1 violation is called off because referee Mike McCoy has blown the whistle. We have played 2 5-minute overtime periods, and now what's going to happen is I believe we are going to go into a golden goal situation. Ten-minute golden goal periods. And golden goal means that the first team to score is going to win. So referee Mike McCoy explaining the situation. While we have a moment, I want to thank you all for watching this live streaming event of the 39th National Veterans Wheelchair Games. If you haven't yet, go to youtube.com/PowerSoccerShop. Hit that red subscribe button and join us for all of the action as Power Soccer Shop travels around the world to bring you the best competitions. youtube.com/PowerSoccerShop. Now both teams are heading back out and getting into position to start. Golden goal coming up again. The first team to score is going to win. Harris starts things out. Thomas, Rob Thomas with the ball. Thomas trying to get that ball past Mr. V. Mr. V takes it away. Thomas has got leverage on Mr. V, but Mr. V keeps that ball in play. Nice turn by Mr. V. Thomas now with it. Nice patient move, waiting for that ball to roll up on the front of his guard a little bit more. Thomas once again, that ball riding underneath his guard, and a 2-on-1 violation on American Pharoah gives Gallant Fox an indirect free kick. Perez. Now Julian Perez with the ball. Julian Perez is driving. Can Julian Perez win it for American Pharoah? That's a 3-in-the-box violation. Al Marconi comes into the area when Patrick Harris was defending. Indirect free kick coming up for American Pharoah, as they are going to try to win this right here. Now, Rob Thomas's guard is pointing up in the air, and that is certainly not safe, nor is it legal. But I'm not sure anybody has noticed out here. Now, Perez can try to bounce this off of Lupe's guard. He's got the proper angle to do so. Let's see what he does here and how he decides to attack this. Perez goes in with a shot. Perez tries to get it past Harris. Thomas with a shot, and it goes out. Corner kick coming up. The ball's out of play. Another chance for American Pharoah to score here. Perez, good kick across. Oh, Thomas had a chance, but he missed it. Reimers now. Reimers with the ball, but he loses it. It goes out for a goal kick. Nice pace on that kick by Perez, but Thomas just could not latch onto the ball. I think if he had turned away from the ball and tried to execute a 180 spin kick, he probably could have got that one. Thomas misses that ball. Reimers has it. Brad Reimers tries to keep it in play. Reimers, Mr. V, that ball springs loose. Foul on Reimers. Direct free kick coming up for Gallant Fox. Again, we are in a golden goal situation, so the first team to score is going to win this. Both sides certainly trying to not make a mistake here. Now that one was pushed out by Mr. V, so American Pharoah will get another opportunity to score a goal here. Now nobody is at the far post for American Pharoah. Perez tries to keep that ball in. Mr. V, Al Marconi with the ball. Perez, that ball last touch by Perez. Kick in coming up, Gallant Fox. Marconi, a little fake move on the ball there. Now Marconi, Perez sends it into Mr. V. Thomas is there to attack the ball. Robert Thomas, Harris. Thomas trying to get past Harris. And Thomas almost kept that one in. Mr. V now with the ball waiting. Reimers tried to make a play on it. Mr. V gets past him. That ball last touches off of Mr. V. Kick in coming up, American Pharoah. Rimmers into Thomas. Thomas off of Mr. V. Now Rimmers tries to make a play on it. Rimmers trying to push through Mr. V. Mr. V has the ball, however. Rimmers swings around to try to collect it, and a ball is out of play. Kick in coming up, American Pharoah. Rimmers. Perez tried to go for a shot, but he swung a little late. Now Perez with an opportunity. Julian Perez scores a goal. American Pharoah win the gold medal. Let's watch that again. And you see Perez misses his initial kick, but he's able to recover on the ball and collect it and drives right past Angelo Lupe to score a goal and win the match and win the tournament. American Pharoah will receive the gold medal here at the 39th National Veterans Wheelchair Games. Wonderfully done and a fantastic finish to what has been a great competition all week long. And Team American Pharoah smiles all the way around. And now American Pharoah celebrating. And now we see the haka being performed by Coach Joe. The haka performed by Coach Joe. American Pharoah gold medal winners here. And we're just going to stay here as we watch the medal presentation. And now the two teams will shake hands, tap guards, congratulate each other on a hard-fought match. Wonderful display of fair play out here. These two teams battled hard. So while we wait, again, it's been a wonderful competition this week. Louisville's been a fantastic city. They've been gracious hosts. Members of the Lou City FC team out here. Lou City, a great soccer team out here in the city of Louisville. Tammy Jones, one of the vice presidents for the Paralyzed Veterans Association. Representatives from NVWG.
So we're ready to get some medals. All right, we're going to start with the silver, y'all. So when I call your name, Tammy, if you'd like to come right here, and the players will just come right up through here, y'all. All right, starting with Gallant Fox, number 11, Robert Morris.
So now Team Gallant Fox coming to get their medals. Robert Morris coming up first.
Great job. Number 2, Patrick Harris.
Patrick Harris, so instrumental in getting this team to the final. Now coming up to collect his silver medal.
Number 10, Nathaniel Davenport. Nathaniel Davenport.
Nathaniel Davenport not available to pick up his medal here.
Thanks, Coach. Number 00, Angela Lupe.
Angela Lupe coming up to collect her medal.
And number 12, Mohan V.
Mohan Valabapurapu, better known as Mr. V, coming up to collect his medal.
Say your last name. It is fantastic.
Mr. V. Purapu.
Mr. V. Give it up, everybody, for number 1, Al Marconi.
Al Marconi coming up now to collect his medal.
Let's run out, take a bow. Now let's give it up for number 14, finishing number, Gallant Fox, Stephen Burrows.
Stephen Burrows coming up to collect his medal for Team Gallant Fox.
All right, once again, another round of applause for Gallant Fox, our silver award medal winners, Pharoah Buckley. And now we're going to pause for a picture real quick.
So now while they take photos, American Pharoah waiting to receive their gold medals. And there you have Team Gallant Fox.
All right, everybody, once
coming up first, Robert Thomas.
Good job.
Also extremely instrumental in getting his team here to the final.
And now number 10, Bradley Reamer.
Brad Reimers coming up to collect his gold medal now.
Good job, Bradley. Yeah. Power soccer at its greatest. And now coming up, number 11, Robert Burton.
Coming up next, Robert Burton.
Congratulations, Robert.
Made a couple great saves during this tournament.
And now number 3, David Caulfield.
David Caulfield coming out to collect his medal.
Oh, that's that singing, that sound, that singing. Run on the ground. There he is again, David Caulfield. And now number 2,
Thomas Nesmith, the next to collect his gold medal.
Okay, congratulations once again. And now number 13, Julian Perez.
Julian Perez coming up to collect his medal. Perez scoring the match-winning and medal-winning goal. Julian Perez also a member of the Veteran Warriors from Southern California.
Julian wants to say something.
Julian Perez requesting the microphone to say a couple words to the crowd.
All right, so hey, we want to put a big challenge out there. Willie's back there, Mohan, Al's over there. These are guys we were very fortunate to be able to start an all-veterans wheelchair games team and for the U.S. Soccer Association. But I want to present one of my shirts to a guy that always comes with us. Joe, please come out here, man.
And so Julian Perez presenting a Veteran Warriors t-shirt to Coach Joe. Well deserved and I'm sure much appreciated. Coach Joe out here every year working with the power soccer athletes.
Once again, everyone, this is Julian Perez, number 13. And bringing it home for American Pharoah, we got Wendy Griffin.
Next, number 1 coming out, Wendy Griffin.
Great job, Wendy.
And there you have your gold medal winners,
And now let's get set up.
American Pharoah.
As we get set up for pictures, let's once again thank our wonderful representatives from the Louisville City Football Club.
And so that concludes our coverage of this power soccer competition here at the 39th National Veterans Wheelchair Games.
Thank you so much for
Before we go, I want to take a moment to thank our entire crew here at Power Soccer Shop. Brendan Papish, Reed Ward, Milt Tuttle, I also want to take a moment to thank the U.S. Veterans Association and the Paralyzed Veterans Association for putting on a wonderful event. And last but certainly not least, I want to thank all of these servicemen and women out here for their dedication to the United States. And on that note, one last time for Power Soccer Shop, I'm Tony Jackson. We'll see you next time. Until then, goodbye.